March in your general direction. Hey everybody! Good evening! Good evening! Good evening! Good evening! How is everybody doing? Why did that not turn on? Oh, it's because it hasn't got a battery in. How is everybody tonight? I feel like I've got something stuck in my teeth. How is everybody? Hello Purples, or Purples in a meeting Purples. And hello Manaringo, also in a meeting. How are you doing? How are you two? Happy... Shit, what day is it? Tuesday? It is Tuesday, isn't it? Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Sorry, I was looking at where the camera used to be. The camera is now there. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Is everybody well? Is everybody having a good day? We're going to do some more on. The Wild Bow Sentinel. I've got to sort out the glow here because the glow is not. The glow's not accurate. The glow's not right. So we need to tweak the glow a little bit today. We'll get some dark browns out, we'll get some dark turquoises out and some dark blues, and smash out some of that. And then also, I just want to kind of brainstorm a little bit on what kind of colours we could do for that. Johan yesterday was mentioning some yellow, which would be really cool. We could do a really cool kind of yellow colour scheme for that. But the Sentinel, she's so cool. She is super cool, isn't she? I don't know whether to add a little bit of colour to her bra. Maybe add a little bit of colour to the vines. It's very cool. And then we've got her hair as well, so her hair is obviously green. To tweak around. And for everybody who is here already, check what I did this morning. So Corvus Corax's whip, Talionis, is now all sorted out. The only thing that's left to do is I don't know what to do about the ends. I was thinking about giving the ends, like putting a feather on the end of each, well, end of the whip. So I might still do that. Excuse me, sorry. My only fear was I've got to either make the feathers out of very thin putty, so you can squeeze the putty and make it very, very thin between your fingers and then add it. Or you have to use 3D printed feathers or something. If you use 3D printed feathers, they end up being quite heavy visually, so I think I'd probably better try and sculpt them, and that's going to be quite tricky with them.
Yeah, but we can always build more killbots.
Yo, Target, how are you doing? Yeah, with the whip how it is, I think sculpting the feathers on the end might be a little bit tricky, but we can certainly try. Corvus went to get gold in floor routine for sure. I think he's quite good. I think it looks quite cool. Oh, Spiky, what a ledge! What a ledge! Spiky, how are you, sir? How are you? Spiky, check this out. Check out Corvus Corax. Looking badass. Half a century. 50 bloody months, dude. 50 months. That's insane. It's absolute insanity. Thank you very, very much indeed. Thank you very, very much indeed. All you guys being super awesome and supportive is really cool for like little old me who comes on the internet and paints models and talks shit like every day. It's really cool. So thank you very much. Yeah, there's Corvus Corax. He's not bad. He's not bad. And then we've got tiny little brass things halfway and like a little bit further up, and they're not exactly the same distance apart. They are visually in the right place. So there's one here, there's one here, there's one then after that little dip, and there's one just over here. So they visually seem to be in the right place for what they're supposed to be. And then obviously there's one at the end. So yeah, they look quite cool. I have to go to work soon, so I'll watch most of the stream when I get home later tonight. Oh, nice. Well, thank you very much for tuning back in and watching it later, dude. We're going to be painting more of the awesome wild bow, which is just going to be, I mean, she's super cool. She's so cool. But I just wanted to show off Corvus Corax and his awesome little whip. Whippity whip. How long are you at work today? How long are you at work for today? Do, 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 do. Oh, that's nice. Whew. It's incredibly warm. It's incredibly warm outside today. I went on a run. Yeah, that's it. Just throw your wet pallet around, Chris. Went on a run earlier to get my distilled water out. I need to fill up my wet pallet. Top tip. Nice little aluminium canteen thing from Amazon. It's like £5, and then just fill it up with your distilled water, and you can just fill up your wet pallet nice and easy.
Motorcycle.
And I like my wet pallet very wet. I have a very wet pallet. Sex2s, how are you doing? 3:15 to 11:45. 11:45. Last minute year end inventory prep. Say cool, say whip. Now say both. Cool, cool whip. Cool whip. Say cool, cool. Say whip, whip. Whip. Sex2s, how are you? Doing alright, but mind is tired. Time to put mind to sleep. Time to put mind to sleep. Right, let's see if we can get this a little bit further up. There we go. Move the light out of the way a fraction. Yeah, I should go to sleep. Don't go to sleep yet. We're painting more elven awesomeness today. This green hair is going to look so good, isn't it? That green hair is going to look so good. We're going to have to desaturate it a little bit. We are going to have to desaturate it a little bit. To desaturate green, you use orange. So we can desaturate it a little bit, and then we can highlight it or lighten it a little bit further. We just want some highlights up around here, so we've got a bit of a shine to the hair, and then it can descend into the shadows. Lash made of ice. That's a cool whip. It's a cool ice whip. Well, this one we've got a cool arrow here. We have a cool whip and a cool arrow. Clearly an arrow made of ice. Yeah, we're definitely going to sort out all of this, because all of this is definitely going to be wooden, and then we're going to have to get the glow sorted, because the glow, I was trying to do like a bit of a magical center of the bow, but we're going to have to do it a little bit more like this, where the light is coming from the arrow and casting a light source onto the bow itself. Spider-Man. Johan Saxtus, bloody awake. Saxtus, Johan Saxtus. Saxtus is over in Stockholm. Johan is I've forgotten where he said he was. Johan is over in Sweden anyway, the best place in the world. Spider-Man's webs. That's a cool thwip. the cool thwip. It's the coolest thwip of all. The coolest thwippy. The coolest thwip. Right, so we need a little bit of purple as well. I don't know where my Nagaroth Knight has gone. I'm going to have to find it, because I can't keep using this purple. Where is Nagaroth Knight? If it's that one, I'm going to cry. Oh, fucking hell, it is. It looks blue. It looks blue in my drawer of in my drawer of colours. Nagaroth Knight looks blue. Okay, well, there we go. There's that sorted out anyway. You don't follow sports, but when I were younger, Brynas was always part of the hockey teams in the top league. Description of a button. That's a Description of a button. That's a tooltip. What else related to Cool Whip can we get on stream today? We need more versions of Cool Whip. So we're going to try, because obviously this is purple is the shadow color. We're going to try and put a little bit of the shadow color back in. To all of these, particularly this lower side of the bow. Oh, God, of Cool Whip. Go Brian. Let's try that. Stockholm for sure. I found my Patricia entry card thing again the other night as I was clearing up. Somebody acting out. That's a that's a fool. You crazy fool. Crazy fool. How's everybody's day been? What have you all been up to? Have we had any cool whip? Have we had any good Tuesday stories from out in the community? Had any cool stuff happening? Oh, it's an aspen. It's my favourite ocean in the whole world. It's my favourite ocean. It's even better than the Red Sea, and it's even better than the Baltic Sea, and I like the Baltic Sea. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing, Aspen? Hello, Aspen. Hello, hello. I had the most weird Discord interaction, but that's another Tuesday. Did you say see you next Tuesday? That's not Tuesday. You're at a Necromunda lesson. Necromunda, as you can see from the list we made yesterday, is the greatest tabletop wargame in the history of everything ever. In the history of everything ever, it is the greatest tabletop wargame. Yeah, it's fact, absolute, like just absolute canon, true facts, true fact canones. Oh wow, there is a there is a list. Yes, there is a list. It was a list we made because I did a. You probably saw it. I did a computer top 6 computer game list yesterday on the gram of Insta, and then on stream yesterday I said I extended it and challenged everybody to do their top 6 board game war games. Well, war games really, like forget board games. Top 6 war games or tabletop war games or whatever you want to call them. Which was really fun. It was really cool. It was really interesting to see what everybody's was. And there were some really good ones as well. Some really cool ones. Somebody said War Machine as well, which was quite cool. How are you though, Aspen? Are you well? Did you have... Well, I mean, I know you had an amazing day because you're a little ray of sunshine, so the sun just follows you around, so I'm sure you had an amazing day. Having said that, if you are constantly shining, it does get very tiring. So I hope you are well. I hope you are all right. If you are constantly shining, it can get tiring. There is the quote of the day. Now, I told him that I won't take part in the community any further. Long story short, it's part of a Patreon, I'm not going to say whom, and been asking for feedback on whips, and I had a moderator calling me out to stop giving feedback in advance because it was unsolicited, but also being asked for, so now get in the bin. Can't have a... What? Who? What? Hey, Allah, how are you doing? Yeah, that's a bit... that's very cheeky. There we go. I did a couple of videos today, which I'm quite pleased with. I need to do another video. Tomorrow and Thursday for the Gallery Kaleido metallic paints. And I'm going to do a video about mixing them with normal metallics. So doing true metallics, but adjusting the true metallics with them, which should be quite interesting. Should be quite good because I've not really seen many people do it. So I think because it's like as soon as you haven't seen many people do it, then you may as well do like a little video showing people about it, because what is normal for me might not be a well-known thing, so nice and easy to sort that out. What the heck? That was pretty much my reaction. Yeah. Can't paint shit with my hands, so I'm extra in awe. Oh, Allah, thank you very much. That's very, very kind of you, and I'm very, very sorry that you can't paint with your hands. Is it shaking or is it gripping the paintbrush? We are correcting at the moment. For anybody who's just coming in, we're correcting all the glow around the arrow because I did it slightly wrong yesterday, and I ended up chasing it quite a bit to try to fix it. So I thought I'd just start again today. So we are just starting again. Gimme a man. I don't get a lot of asking for feedback really. There's a feedback channel in Discord that doesn't get used very often. There's little bits here and there. I've got a couple of Patreons who ask when they are painting a lot. Oh, Aspen, you are so good. Thank you, Aspen. Completely forgot. Luckily, I haven't shut up talking, so hopefully nobody noticed. It's with his 40k large project. Yeah, it was actually, so spoilers, it was actually me, guys. It was actually me. I was asking Johan for feedback on my large model project because I was like, I can't do these, dude. You're doing really well with Morty. Can you give me some feedback on my shitty night, please? Thank you. And Johan looked at me and said, no. I was like, oh, fine. I've got to stop doing this sort of stuff. I'm going to get in trouble. Right. Lurk, no worries. Thank you very, very much, Aspen. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for being awesome. It's not like you can control it. Thank you for choosing to be awesome today, Aspen. Yes, I chose today to be awesome. I was very awesome yesterday, but today I just chose to be just regular awesome. My Morty is above average. Yes, but it's not that quality of Richard. Not achievable. He's inhuman. I I think it's one of those annoying situations where the first time I held one of Richard's models in my hand, it was yeah, it was like, oh, okay, kind of understand, because when you see, because like seeing that on the screen, I haven't got my Glorfindel there. Like, I mean, that's still not quite right. It's not bad. I haven't got anything with fine details and blends and stuff, but like seeing that on screen and then seeing it in person and seeing like the brush marks and everything is completely different, and it's a bit of a life-changing or a painting-changing moment when you see things like that. And I've always said that people should try to do a competition. It doesn't have to be Golden Demon, but it should just be a competition, because painting something that you really like, just picking it up and painting it, and picking it up the next day and keep painting it and keep painting it and keep painting it and keep looking at it and going, oh, I've not quite done that one right, let's do that one a little bit better, and getting like every brush stroke, being very aware of what you're doing, is incredible for learning how to paint and learning what you're doing and being self-aware. And then seeing top quality painting and seeing it and going, oh, I understand now, is really, really cool. So the second Glorfindel I did was miles better than the first Glorfindel I did, purely just from seeing more models, sort of thing. Anyway, yeah, his Morty is annoying. We don't tend to give Rich too many compliments in this channel because it's Rich. But if you do want to follow him, !Rich in chat. Because begrudgingly, I suppose, maybe you should. Perfectly executed painting, but everything is not seamless blended from one area to another. Yes. Already am following. I mean, you can unfollow if you want. That was me for Lucas and his two princes. It's really good, but not everything is perfect. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You see everything up close and on a screen. Like when I do, like I was painting that on stream. There we go. I was painting that on stream a while ago, and that there like that just looks ridiculous because you can see every single brush stroke and everything, because it's, I mean, it could be like 30 inches high, but then zooming out and seeing it in like that kind of size, you get a little bit more context for what it is. Anyway, yeah. Morty's cool. We like Morty. I will have to. I need to go and get my Glorfindel. Glorfindel's back at Warhammer World at the moment. Today's awesome. Tomorrow might be violence. Oh, tomorrow might be violence. Oh, violent Aspen. I would queue up to see Aspen be violent for a second. Have you seen that one, Johan? Because I've been absolutely obsessed with this for the last like month. I need to finish off the rest of her armor and her skin, but just fucking in love with that model. Absolutely in love with it. Super cool. Right, we need Dark Sea Blue. Sorry, I'm waffling now. I need to get on track. Where is Dark Sea Blue? Where is... This was all organised. It was all organised. Dark Sea Blue. Fucking Ben comments. Oh dear. Yeah, it's one of those paints, isn't it? It's one of those paints. It's like, what colour do you want to do this shadow? Dark Sea Blue. and turquoise. He said my favourite word. I don't know actually. I haven't looked to see if I don't like saying the name of the company. If AK have done a dark sea blue, because that one is running out, so I'm going to have to replace it at some point. Right. They have they? Okay. I don't like pointing out that I use the paints, but they are frustratingly good paints. That one needs to be brown in there as well. Are you doing some Morty now this evening, Johan, or are you chilling? Changes, time to make a change. Changes. Pro Acryl has Dark Sea Ben. Are you serious? Have they actually got Dark Sea Ben? That would be very funny. If I use Pro Acryl paints, I would probably get that. I cannot get on with that Pro Acryl. Time to make a change, change. Purple. Purple's dried already. Why is it dried already? You've got a bottle of it. Nice. Some Nagros Night back out. I need to. I'm going to need to make a little command for these to give you the Amazon link if anybody wants them, just so you can put some fresh water in them for your wet palette. It's really useful. I will. I've got a few things I need to put on commands. I need to put my Huel stuff on commands as well. So all of those need to be the green, which we can use. Should have some of the grey green that we mixed yesterday, just about savable on the wet palette. Give them a little hue change. Much better. Trying to get all this turquoise off this lower part. It's the best that messed up. Time to make a change. Oh, little purple berry there. Missed that yesterday. Did we miss any other purple berries over this side? Can't see any more missed. Looks about right. Time to make a change. Who's that? Oh, Avian, what a ledge!
Oh, I did not expect you on this late.
There is a schedule for the week in Discord.
Rude alert! Rude alert! Abandoned shop! This is not a daffodil. Repeat, this is not a daffodil.
7 o'clock every day this week. How are you doing, Avian? Are you well? Pretty elf lady indeed. Pretty elf lady indeed. She's looking rather splendid, I think. Yeah, I like her lots. How are you, Avian? Are you all good? Oh, that might be a blueberry. If it isn't, it is now. There we go. Had a few thunderstorms. Oh wow. A few? A few? How many is a few? How do you have a few thunderstorms? Oh, Tucker, how are you doing, dude? Thank you very much for the resub, fella. Time to make a change. Supposedly one more and then it will storm tomorrow about 1 PM. go, some nice blackberries or blueberries or black currants or whatever you want to call them. Little purple berries. Magical berries, there we go. Between all jokes and laughs, had here, I do find it very chill to watch when the day being far too hectic to zone out and paint along. Fantastic. Fantastic, dude. Thank you very much. For those of you who don't know, just have to go and drink more. So good. So need that today. So need that today. Went for a run earlier and it's way too hot. Way too hot. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I am supported very kindly, as you can see up on here now, by Huel. So if anybody wants to try anything out, if you use that link, you'll get some discount. Nice quick shout out before we get back to painting. No reason to spend more time on that one today. Did a nice big long chat about it yesterday, which was awesome. It was really nice to see everybody was so interested in it, to be honest. I was telling a friend yesterday how everybody was so interested in it. So thank you for that. I was half expecting just like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever, we're not interested. But you were all awesome yesterday when I brought it up, so thank you very much. It was really appreciated. Time to make a change. Right, okay, dark sea blue. We're going to make money in this economy. We do indeed. Yeah, the Huel stuff is. I've used Huel. It's not like a random sponsorship or anything. I asked them because I've used Huel for like over 15 years now. And I thought, let's see if I can at least get some kind of discount if I want to hype it up. So I got you a discount, which was cool. They were very awesome about it. Time to make a change. Johan's got that song stuck in my head now. You bastard. What's your favourite drinks from Huel? I get the black, the Huel Black Protein, the powder. However, I've just got the ready-to-drink meals, and oh my god, they make cinnamon swirl ready-to-drink meals, which are fantastic. So yeah, that's pretty damn cool. That's on. If you want to have a look at those, that's the link. That's the link for the ready-to-drink stuff. But then also one of the guys, one of my friends on stream who was on yesterday, was saying how their ready meals are actually really good as well, because he's been using those for like the last few years. So the ready meals and they've got ramen now as well, but the ready meals are apparently very, very good, and looking at them, they sound really good. So at some point in the not too distant future, I'm going to try and pick up some ready meals as well and try those. But like the reason why I've picked them back up again, I've been very kind of lazy and lax over the last few years in terms of my fitness. I used to be a tennis coach. I was like athlete and trained every day with Olympians and everything in the gym. So I was super fit, incredibly like really fit. Would do ridiculous 10k times and everything. And for various reasons for the last few years, that's just descended into not. So I've been trying to just recently, actually, literally just recently, like the last 6 weeks, just been slowly dragging it back. And I picked up some Huel about 2 months ago, and then some more last week. And like I say, I reached out to them and asked as well, and they were like, "Yes, of course, we'd be very, very happy to support you." So that was really cool. Because I've spoke to them like pretty regularly when I was using it, and like hilariously, my profile picture is me in a Huel t-shirt, which is very funny. But yeah, the ready meals, because I sit down and I paint all day, or I sit down and I paint a lot. I am getting up and going out and doing runs at the moment as well. But because I sit down and I paint a lot, I tend to get caught in I've run out of tea, I'll go and make a cup of tea. I go and make a cup of tea and I come back with 4 biscuits, which is not good. So I keep coming back with like biscuits, or I'll like nip down and make another cup of tea and I'll come back with a slice of toast. And it's just so bad. So I snapped that out of my kind of habits as quickly as I could. But it's really difficult to do, because it's still like, oh, it's a bit right. I'll just have a quick biscuit, or I'll have a quick slice of toast. But having like the ready-to-drink meals, or having like the Huel thing of the protein shake, I tend to mix mine with milk. But having that you can just sip and drink while you are painting just completely nullifies any kind of I fancy a biscuit. So it's been an absolute lifesaver, honestly. And I thought that little kind of reason and conversation would be quite interesting and quite cool, and maybe help some people. And like I say, I've got a discount, so if you do click on anything like that, it's very simple to just grab a discount and pick up a pack of something to try and see what it's like. But it does make a difference. Having tears, not having tears. Yeah. That's the problem, you see. Like, tea and biscuits is such a British thing, and custard creams are so nice. Custard creams are so good. It's so easy just to go and make a cup of tea and then come back with 2, because you never have one either. You have to have 2, because you've eaten one, and by the time you've eaten one, you want a biscuit. So you eat the first one really quickly, and then you force yourself to eat the first one slowly, so you've got a second one to look forward to. So it's always at least 2 biscuits. And then if you've had a particularly bad day, it's 4 biscuits. And then it's 4 biscuits every time you go and make a cup of tea. And that's like every half an hour at some point. So yeah, like it's so. And you guys can all do a shout out for a rehydrate as well, a hydrate, just to make sure I'm doing it and things. But it's and that's it's just so nice. It just sits and keeps you. It's just so good. Anyway, yeah, I just thought it would be really good. So I asked Huel, they said yes. There's the link. Go and try some if you want. But not buy. Buy. You don't. But you don't drink paint. But you don't drink paint. Could just buy one paint. Said every hobbyist ever. What story today? What do you mean? What story today? What story today? What story today? Oh, a story time. What story do you want? What story do you want? What story can I tell? Do you want a story from what I used to do? Do you want a? I don't want to read really because I'm painting. What did I do? I'm trying to think of like all the kind of like the anecdote stories I've got. I don't think are very interesting, but then when I tell them, people say they're interesting, so I don't really know. I think you were reading Xenos. Yeah, I was reading Eisenhorn. I'm trying to think of a story I can tell you. Not bad, is it? I hate those meetings that go way over the scheduled time. Oh no! Well, welcome back, Purples. Welcome back. We are slowly, very slowly correcting all of this. It would have been faster if I just primed it and started again. Primed this small area and started again. Did I work for Games Workshop? I did. I did work for Games Workshop. I worked in the UK studio, so I did lots of graphic design, lots of graphic layout, posters, tickets, magazine articles. I did lots of photography. I was one of the only photographers that did the layout photography for a long time. I did the photography layout for the first 4 Battles of Middle-earth magazines. So if any of you got into Warhammer through the Middle-earth Battle Games magazine from De Agostini, I did the first 4 issues of that. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I wish I knew. That would be a really cool story to memorize, wouldn't it? Darth Plagueis the Wise would be a very cool story to memorize, like Ezekiel 25:17. Like, I memorized that one. I need to memorize the Darth Plagueis story. That's one of the really disappointing things about Acolyte, because I thought Acolyte was really cool, apart from the annoying couple of like throwback episodes where it was like, no, I'm not interested in this at all, and the entire episode was boring. But the fact that there was potential to find out about Darth Plagueis the Wise, it would have been super, super, super cool. But no, too many people moaned about the Acolyte. Did you have to do the layouts where they spoke of bacon butties? We saw him for only a few seconds. I know. Bacon butties. Was there a Bacon Butties thing in the Battle Games of Middle Earth magazines? No, I didn't do that one. I did the first four issues. So the first 4 issues, the Battle Games of Middle Earth was a D'Agostini product, so they did all the design work for them. However, they wanted 4 issues so that they could understand how we wanted them to look. So we did, we as in Games Workshop. Games Workshop did 4 issues of Battle Games of Middle Earth, the magazine, for D'Agostini, and then D'Agostini took that template and then ran with it, and we gave them content, and then they laid it out and designed it. So I was doing overtime for that project. So I did the first 4 issues. I've got one issue up there on my bookshelf. Behind me, I've got issue 1 up behind me. So yeah, I did all the photography for that. I did some of the layout, the initial layout for it, and then it got changed, and a guy called Marcus did the kind of the final layout for it. But that was really cool. That was when I had to do. So when you go and work against Workshop, you obviously have to sign a big NDA. And it doesn't matter now because I'm unsigned from that NDA. So you have to go and sign a big NDA to go and work against Workshop, so you don't tell people shit. I had to sign another NDA when I was working on all of that, and then also for some window banners that I did some really cool window banners for the stores. I had to sign another NDA from New Line Cinema, because I got to see Gollum, and I got to see the Balrog about 4 months before the film came out, which was incredibly exciting, a little bit kind of spoilery sad, because I got to see the Balrog, and then when you heard the boom down in Moria, I was like, holy shit, I know what's coming. I mean, I knew what was coming for the entire Moria bit, but when you heard the drums, it was like, okay. So that was really cool. And then I did those. I had to sign the NDA for those. So I did the 4 Middle Earth strategy battle game magazine issues, and then did a few Lord of the Rings posters and banners and window banners and tickets and article advert pages in White Dwarf and things. Like, if you go and find an old White Dwarf, I'm the person who's in. Like, if you go to an old White Dwarf from around 2000 to 2008, I think, and you go to any of the retail pages, you'll see me in the retail pages. You read the book, mate. You knew the story. Yeah, like, I knew what was happening, but you still I've seen the Balrog. I know what it's going to look like, because nobody had, like, that was the first time the Balrog had ever come on like cinema. So yeah, that was super cool. So I did a Sauron window banner, which was Sauron's head with flame underneath it. That was kind of cool. And then I did a really freaky Gollum one. I found a picture, because New Line sent us all the assets, or a selection of assets that we could use to promote and advertise the Lord of the Rings board game. And they sent us about 12 to 15, something like that, Gollum screenshots of like the final render of his face, like, and doing like different poses and things, so we could just pull that picture out and use it on banners or posters, like I say, or adverts in White Dwarf and things. And I found one that was absolutely perfect, because if you concentrate, it was a render of Gollum's face, but if you concentrated on one side, he was smiling, and if you concentrated on the other side, he was like really angry, frowning. But if you looked at the whole thing, he was just like Gollum. It just looked like Gollum. But it was a really weird, freaky kind of optical illusion that if you noticed one side, it depended on what you thought Gollum was kind of feeling when you were looking at him. It was quite weird and quite cool. So I used that one on the window banner. So we have big Gollum's face with Battle Games in Middle Earth, and then Games Workshop, and then all the Lord of the Rings, New Line Cinema, Games Workshop logos and everything down at the bottom, which was a nightmare, by the way, because the Games Workshop logo is long, and then the New Line Cinema logo is high, so you can't like line them up nice and neatly. So they always look higgledy-piggledy. You couldn't line them up neatly on the bottom of any of these bloody adverts. It's always a nightmare. Always a nightmare doing the design and layout for things like that. There we go, that was a cool story. Did you like that story? Have you got any questions from said story? 3 weeks from now, I will be harvesting my crops. Hold the line, stay with me. If you're already dead. If you are already dead. Yeah, we need to learn. I need to learn the Darth Plagueis the Wise speech. That would be really cool. Because then you could do Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. And then you could also do the Darth Plague. Do you know the story of Darth Plagueis? Legend? Is it legend? Do you know the tragedy? There we go. Have you ever heard of the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? And you could do that speech as well. That would be super cool. Do you know the White Dwarfs you've done still stick with you? Still stick with me in terms of remember them fondly, or still have? Because I don't have any of the White Dwarfs, sadly. I threw them all in the bin. Stupidly threw them all in the bin because I had loads of White Dwarfs all the way back to like 130 something was my first one. The ones I remember were the Necron release that had So I remember that one because I absolutely loved the Necrons. I thought they were really, really cool. So I remember that one. I then remember the subsequent one, and then I did a painting article for that Necron release as well when the Necrons came out. So I did all mine as chrome Necrons, which was really cool. And then I also very fondly remember the Tomb King release because that was awesome. And then there were two back in like 95-ish that had the Green Knight on the cover, and then the Eldar Viper, the new Eldar Viper came out, and I can't remember who did the artwork for the Eldar Viper, but it was such a cool piece of artwork. The original Eldar Viper artwork, fantastic, and that on the cover was absolutely brilliant. Which Necron release? When they were in plastic? Both of them. My friend hated the Necrons back in the day. I mean, they were ridiculous. They were ridiculous back in the day. Like when they just like never, just always came back. Like literally, the rule was literally called "I'll be back" or "They'll be back." Not at all like ripped off Terminator or anything. Back when Games Workshop used to like reference pop culture. Not like they do anymore. Which I think is a little bit sad. I do miss pop culture referencing in Games Workshop stuff. And I miss the lore and the storytelling that goes on in the games. Yeah, Cruella de Vil. I just put her back up in the loft. Actually, I've got Cruella. Yeah, I've just put her back up in the loft. I've got old Cruella and old Lilith. I remember wincing when popping over the Dark Eldar Codex and seeing that name, doing the really. Oh, I loved it. I thought I like that. Like when I was. I mean, what was I then? When the Dark Eldar came out, I was 18, so I just got my first job. So I loved all that stuff. I thought it was great. Like, how can you not like Slime Arbo? It was a completely different time back then, though. So the kind of the tongue-in-cheek pop culture references I thought was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I'd love to know if what everybody else thought. So like Avian said back then, he rolled his eyes at the Cruella de Vil. What did everybody else think? Did everybody else like that sort of referencing? Or did it make your eyes roll as well? But yeah, that was Games Workshop back in the day, and it was very different to how it is now. Like all my friends at Games Workshop were all the famous people, if you like, now. So going into Games Workshop, because Bugman's wasn't really a public bar back then. It wasn't really open to the public. It was just where all the staff went and hung out. So there was a pool table in there, there were arcade machines in there, there was a pod racing game in there that Gav was really good at. There was a pinball machine in there that Gav was also very good at. That was more his kind of game. One of my friends Ben is now, or was, I think he moved. He was the head of the studio sculpting team, which was really interesting. So I had some really cool conversations with him about how to bring some of the models that came out over the last few years out. So when I went and kind of caught up with him at Bugman's, he was like, "Oh, we've been working on Morathi, we've been doing this and that." Obviously, after they came out, I wasn't finding out new information or anything. But it was really interesting, like talking to Jez about how they did the Votan. The Leagues of Votan were literally sculpted over Skype during COVID, and he said it was a really challenging kind of project. So Gav was more of a gamer than I was. I was pretty good at the pod racing. I didn't really play the pinball. I was pretty good at the pod racing. I play snooker and pool, so I'm pretty good at pool. So I would always kind of get through to the semi-final, final of the pool tournament, unless, really annoyingly, I played Jez. Because for some reason, and Jez always laughs at me for this, for some reason, and he always said, look, Froz, because that was Froz back then, Froz, you always just freeze when we're playing pool. Just fucking play the game, because you're better than me. Stop losing. I'd always lose to Jez. It pissed me off. Inquisitor, Obi-Wan, Sherlock, Clouseau. Is that one of the Inquisitors that you want in the game, Purples? That one was so goofy, though, and I was 16 when I saw that. Obi-Wan, Sherlock, Clouseau. I don't think I ever saw that one. That must have been very old. I wouldn't say there was a tonal shift between Rogue Trader and Third. Yes, definitely. Yeah. I like Third Ed. I really like Third Ed. Gav used to beat me at FIFA, so I used to play Gav at FIFA quite a lot. And he would always beat me at FIFA. And the thing he used to say the thing he used to say about me playing FIFA was, I don't have to try. I don't have to try. I just have to follow you roughly, and then eventually you'll try a pass that doesn't work out, and you'll just give me the ball. Because I used to try and pass like so many times. So he used to just follow me around the pitch until I gave him the ball, which I thought was very funny. I tried to change after he said that, but it didn't really work. Yeah. Fun times. It was really fun. It was a really fun place to work. It was very it could be a very frustrating place to work. One time I worked every single day of the week, every single day of the month, sorry, for 2 months straight, because there were events on a Saturday and a Sunday, and you could, if you wanted to, sign up and volunteer to work on the events. You get more money, obviously, but you could sign up and do those. And generally, people would sign up just to kind of hang out with all their mates, because everybody who worked there was all your friends. So yeah, it was a little bit crazy. It was very difficult to progress in the company. The company was very much be there for 5 years and then we'll give you a job higher up somewhere else, kind of thing. So it wasn't like you could be a graphic designer, then a senior graphic designer, then a head graphic designer, and blah blah blah. I was the highest wage bracket I could be in 9 months of working there as a graphic designer. So the only way I could go basically was wait until my boss left or moved or something. I can imagine the games being set up so a story could be told. I mean, that's what I miss. That's massively what I miss. Like there's a shit. I can't remember the name of the book. Can't remember the name of the novel that Gav wrote a novel about a dwarf king, that was literally based about a game of Warhammer Fantasy Battle that we played. Like, we played a game of Warhammer Fantasy Battle that was so fun. It was so fun and so funny. It was when we were playtesting the Tomb King army book. So we were playtesting the Tomb King army book, and there was a set of magic items that you could take. And he was like, look, just break the magic items, because we need to make sure that there's nothing like completely broken in here. So I broke the magic items, and I had a flying, regenerating Tomb King that negated... Oh, retired! How are you doing? How are you doing? Thank you very much for the raid. How are you? That negated all the rank bonus, so he could fly off to the rank, fly off to the side, charge into the flank, negate the rank bonus, win the combat because he had like 8 attacks that regenerated if he did take any wounds, and he was flying as well, so you couldn't stop him. Anyway, I had this fucking Tomb King flying all the way around the fucking battlefield, picking off and doing fights against Gav's dwarfs, and it was such a cool game. At the end of it, he wrote a fucking novel about it. That's the kind of stuff I miss. So I miss storytelling on a tabletop, which you don't get anymore in 40, well, particularly in 40k. That's my big thing about 40k. There are no stories on the battlefield in 40k, and if there are, you have to work really hard for it. Retired, how are you? How are you? Let's be clear, Chris would probably stomp me into the ground playing 40k or Horus Heresy. I probably wouldn't. So yeah, that was my kind of time at Games Workshop. It was just super cool, and really good fun, just hanging out with your mates all the time and getting beaten at pool by fucking Jez. And then hilariously, I caught up with Jez about a year ago? No, more than that. About 2 years ago. Caught up with Jez about 2 years ago, and he was like, I was watching your YouTube channel, and he said something about blah blah blah, and he's like, I thought that was quite interesting, so I'm going to change that. Jez is sat there watching my YouTube channel, which I thought was quite funny as well. Anyway, what character is that? You've done well. Love the shading. Retired. You know Gav and I go way back playing Halo. Nice, Retired. Yeah, if you say you know Froz, he'll go, oh yeah. Yeah, I've known Gav for fucking 20 years now. 26 years. Shit. I saw an Andy Chambers somewhere up there. What were you saying about Andy Chambers? Wait, Gav, who got stomped by the overfiend Andy Chambers in each and every magazine? He kicked your butt. Gav beat me at the at FIFA, yeah. Andy Chambers is a legend. I like Andy as well. He loves his bloody dwarfs. Yeah, bastard. I hate his bloody dwarfs. I hate his dwarfs. Bloody cannons. So yeah. Anyway, that's the story about how one of Gav's novels was about a game of Warhammer Fantasy Battle that we had. I can't remember the name of the book. Is that where the dwarf hate came from, Chris? Gav's Dwarfs? No, because before I played Gav's Dwarfs, I had a friend of mine who comes in here occasionally, Sodolf Baldrick, who's in chat occasionally. His dwarfs shot the shit out of my Tomb Kings. So he was a pain in the ass as well. I just hate dwarfs. Dwarfs are annoying. I don't like dwarfs. What was the name of the... I can't remember the name of the novel. It's really annoying me now. I don't think I've got it either. I haven't got it. I'm trying to think whether he ended up using the name of my Tomb King in there, because my Tomb King back in the day was called Nephthys. I can't remember whether he used that name or not. He did ask me. He asked me on an email, and I did say High King Nephthys. I don't know whether he ended up using the name or not. But yeah, it was just really funny. So yeah, Andy, if you're watching, I also hate your dwarfs. Never played Andy Chambers. No, never played Andy Chambers. We did used to play Counter-Strike on the network, which was quite cool. On the office network at lunchtime. The heavy metal team up in the studio, because I had a pass that got me into every area. So the heavy metal team, we had a stint of somebody went to Japan and came back with little Toby radio controlled micro cars. So we all ended up with those, all with like custom tyres and custom wheels and everything. And we had a little track set up by Keith Robertson's desk up in the heavy metal team. So we used to go up there at lunchtime and play remote controlled, radio controlled micro cars, which was also very silly and very funny. I don't know where they are. They're really annoying because they were really cool and then they just dropped off the face of the planet, and I don't know where they went. This is already looking better. This is better. So, yeah, anyway, there you go. Team Wildwood, how you doing? Team Wildwood. Check out your Wildwood elf. Yes, sorry, everybody who's just raided in, this is a elf from the Wildwood game that Tabletop Titan sent to me to paint up. Because she's gorgeous. So, of course I was going to paint her up. So, yeah. How is everybody? How is your stream retired? Yeah, retired. I'm doing. I'm painting a few of. So Gav Thorpe did a robot game called Xeogenesis with Andy Chambers, and I'm painting up a few of the models, which I think are quite cool as well. I assume it's before Grudge Bearer. I mean, I don't know. I don't. talking to me about dwarf books is not a good thing. I would assume it is. I don't know. It was probably published around 2003, somewhere around there. So yeah, there you go. There's some hopefully interesting Games Workshop stories. It's a very, very cool place to go. If anybody has been to Warhammer World, as you walk out of Bugman's Bar, there is a wall to your left-hand side as you walk out of Bugman's Bar, going into the gaming hall, and that wall is the wall that I painted. So they had. We had carved out of plaster all the stones for all the walling. So we rendered the wall and then we carved out the grout line. So we ended up with lots of stones for the battlements in Warhammer World. And then we had a massive tub of basically Agrax Earthshade, and we got overtime to paint Warhammer World. So that wall is on the left-hand side as you come out of Bugman's. That's the wall that I painted. There you go, another random Chris fact for you. You're doing the detective work on the book. Don't mind me, I go down rabbit holes. No, that's fine. How's the game going, Xeogenesis? I don't actually know. I don't know. I have a lot of the models for it. Yeah, I don't know how popular it is or whatever. It seemed to go down really well when it was at Adepticon a couple of years ago. I always think Games Workshop stories like that would be really cool if there were more people in the channel. It's kind of cool to share stories like that. Right, let's get some actual OSL going now, shall we? Some actual glows. Now we've blanked off everything. I'm not going to be able to. If you say the name of the book, I'm not going to recognise it. So I'm just going to have to trust you. It's the right one. If anybody has it, you can scan through and try and find the Tomb King fight and see if the Tomb King is called Nephthys. That's probably the most interesting way of. I wonder whether it is. I wonder whether like the synopsis is like a dwarf lord runs into a Tomb King or something. Time to make a change. Guess who's just heard back from infinity? Guess who's just heard back from infinity? Guess who's excitedly going to say, can I please have some ALF models? Super cool. Super cool. Super cool. If it was a short story, it might be in an omnibus. There was an ancestral honor. Ooh. Ancestral honor actually sounds vaguely familiar. And Tybolt's battle done in 2001 and Tybolt's quest in 2000. Probably in the book Grudge Law, which seems to collect the lot. Ancestral honor sounds vaguely familiar, but I'm not sure whether that's a little bit early. 2001. Maybe. Maybe. Grudge Law, which seems to collect the lot of them. Thank you very much for going and checking that out. I might see if I can find PDFs of those and see if I can find out, like, finally. I mean, I could just ask Gav, for fuck's sake. Gav, what was the name of the book that you wrote about the Tomb King Dwarf battle? That would be the easiest thing to do, wouldn't it? I should just send him a text. Gav, we were having a conversation on Twitch earlier. Anyway, super cool, super cool. How is everybody's evening going? And do you think this this glow is working out better than where it was? If you guys could commission a Black Library book, what would it be? What would be the subject matter? Why? What universe? What would be the subject matter? And who would you get to write it? Because I think a lot of people have their favourite authors. I still want Gav to write a Lilith book. And I've told him that, and he was like, oh, that's a really good idea. But then I think somebody else did it. Because I've got that book. It's quite a good book. Hydrate. Thank you, dude. Thank you very much. With the hydrate, I will just copy in my my Huel link again. Thank you very much indeed. I'll copy in the version 2 selection box if anybody wants to go and have a look at those. They do cinnamon swirl ready to drink meal drinks. I mean, come on. They should arrive tomorrow. Which will be really cool as well. I'm going to get to play around with more of those. So I've got some more of those coming. Thank you very much for the hydrate, Johan. Johan, a pirate's life for me. Are you a pirate, Johan? You're asking for trouble. That actually gives a whole publication history of isfdb.org. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's quite good, isn't it? Probably snag Peter Farivari as the author and get them to publish using their horror imprint. Clearly, it would be chaos. Not a pirate. Johan, a pirate's life for me. Yeah, the horror, which was, it was Neferata. It was a Neferata book that I listened to. That was the only audiobook, or one of the only audiobooks from Games Workshop that I really enjoyed listening to. I think it was the female narrator. Male narrators mess with my internal monologue. It was really freaky. I hate it. But the female narrator, obviously I don't have a female internal monologue, so it never messed with it. So I quite liked a female narrator, and there was a female narrator on the Neferata book, which I listened to. That was a really cool book. Really enjoyed that book. That was cool. And I think there's the rest of the Warhammer Horror vampire books. I think I have them on Audible, and I think they're female narration. So thank you very much for reminding me about that, because I could probably listen to those. That would be quite fun to listen to, because I do like horror stuff. So, chaos-themed horror. Of the Black Library authors, Farivari makes me think rather than just glide through the story. That sounds cool, dude. That sounds cool. Fuck's sake, Johan, I've got your pirate song in my head now as well. Can't win with Johan, can I? Johan, the pirate's life. No, not that. Well, that's not very good.
As a demonstration of our power.
Kim Newman, Jack Yeovil, or however you spell his pen name. Kim Newman. Battery Aziz.
Battery Aziz.
You moron! The look on his face, still fucking brilliant.
I think I
Still
have
absolutely brilliant, that.
in the truck.
What's the body part / armor part / whatever part of Morty you're working on at the moment, Johan? Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leaves and go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. I do like that. I do like that. That is super cool. That. Well, at least you've got a different song in my head now, Johan. Way back when I read Drachenfels, I thought it was so cool. Then found out Mr. Newman had a type, and that type shows up in his Anno Dracula book as well. Oh, nice. There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was Ability. Right, come on, Chris. Let's sort out this. Let's sort out this shine. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Doodly doo doo. Do I want to go half and half? I may as well go half and half. It is a nice display model, so we may as well go half and half on the glow. There we go. Okay. The mortar part I'm working on, I'm trying to smooth out the blends on his hanging grenades. On the, what are they called? What are his grenades called? Lanterns? Are they the lanterns? I have done a Morty. I did the 30k Morty long time ago. He got raffled off during COVID when we were doing raffles. Yeah, I think they're lanterns. Avian will know. Avian will correct us if we're wrong. It's the best thing about streaming. You get to ask Twitch chat about all the questions you don't know the answers to. Particularly when it comes to Horus Heresy, because I've never really liked Space Marines until recently. I worked really hard to like Space Marines, and now I'm obsessed with Raven Guard. I've always been like, if I'm gonna play in a fantasy or sci-fi world, why on earth would I be the humans? I want to be the aliens and the elves and the orcs and the necrons and all the cool shit. But with the state 40k's in at the moment, Horus Heresy is actually really exciting. Try and do some slight texture on that. Try and do some slight texture on this bit here as well. Oh no, because that's underneath the... Yeah, that needs to be... tonguing is done. We'll take our leaves and go. There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was a Billy O' Tea. The wind blew hard, the bow dipped down. There we go. What's the male version of a Girl Friday? A Boy Monday. Yeah, are they lanterns, Avian? What the shit? Okay. That was... Had I let that one run out? We might be in a little bit of trouble here, guys. How long has that one got left? Oh, that one's full. Should be alright. Yeah, so that anyway, that's long story short, that's what I miss from 40, well, particularly 40k now. And actually, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it on my run today as well, because 40k was referenced in South Park, wasn't it, a while ago? But they didn't reference playing a story and playing like a reenacting a battle. They literally played the rules. Like, I want to shoot at your thing over there, and then it was like, well, okay, then you're ballistic skill 4, I'm at long range, I'm in cover, so you need 5s, and I've got an armor save of 3+. So even in pop culture terms, 40k has turned into, or is seen as, a rule heavy or a rules orientated game, which for me it wasn't. First off, my first exposure to Warhammer was storytelling, which is probably why I like Necromunda and Wartime so much. Oh, the plasma gun is called the lantern. Gotcha. So what are his bombs called anything then? The little glowy. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's his plasma gun that's called the lantern, isn't it? Yeah. Surprised Rich hasn't popped in, actually. He's usually walking his dogs around now. The part with Randy going to, hell yeah, let's do some 40k, and then what am I looking at is very important to that part. I mean, remember South Park's story about Warcraft? It was all about the mechanics and grief and low level. That's very, very true. Man, want some cheesy poofs? Yes, dear. I remember. Man! Cartman cracks me up. Mom, can't see the TV. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Talking shit is where I draw the line. Funniest half an hour in film history. The first half hour of the South Park movie. Absolutely hysterical. Or it was when I watched it. I haven't rewatched it recently. It probably doesn't age very well at all. But seeing it live at the cinema, it was one of the, because American and English cinemas are completely different. Like English cinema is very much smaller. Like it's a night out rather than an event. I've been to American cinemas and it's like fucking 600 people and there's all like whooping and hollering and cheering and everything. English cinema is very much more reserved and like maybe a clap at the end or at like something big that happened. But South Park, there were people rolling down the aisles. It was so funny when it came out. I don't think I've watched South Park in decades. No, neither have I. Neither have I. No, I haven't watched South Park in decades. I saw the 40K clip. That's about the most I can claim to have seen in the last 20 years, probably. I think I saw the World of Warcraft one live whenever that came out, and I might have seen the first Mr. Hankey. That's I didn't even that's probably like really early on in the seasons, so I didn't watch many religiously or anything. I think it was on too late for me to be bothered over here. America be do extra like that though. It's the same here. You sit down and watch the film, but there's no cheering or such. Yeah, I think America is you go to the cinema as a event, isn't it? Whereas like Europe, it's we're going to the cinema to watch the film. So like the amount of clips that you see from America when like Avengers and Steve Rogers caught the hammer and everybody cheered was like yes. In England, he catches the hammer and everybody goes like that's it. There's nothing. Whereas America's just like whooping and hollering and everything. I'm trying to remember what film I went to see in America. It was when I was tennis coaching over there. Can't remember what came out. Can't remember what came out. I can remember the song that was playing on the van in the way to the cinema more than I can the film that we went to see. We had Michael Jackson on going to the cinema, but I can't remember what the film was. Oh, Aspen's back. Aspen's back. It's my favourite ocean is back in chat. Aspen. I know it doesn't look like we've done much, Aspen. Oh, Aspen, I've sent you a message as well. Excited. I'm so before you read the message, I'm really pleased that everything I was worried about when I sent you the original message, they were like, yeah, we got that. It was really cool. Yeah, there we go. So I've redone the glow, so it's now a little bit more glowy. Do I explain the South Park and UFOs? Probably, because I don't know what South Park and UFOs mean. How was Necromunda? How was the Cremunda of the Necros? Was it tremendous? Oh, I'm really sorry. I'm laughing at my Ace Ventura now more than I am about the joke. Oh dear. It's a good job I'm funny, isn't it, guys? It's a good job I'm funny. You don't come here for the painting, do you? It's the OG South Park episode when the Greys were trying to communicate to cows. Oh, I vaguely remember the cow one. I thought my dad jokes were well done. Oh, Johan, you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm hilarious, Johan. Aspen, did you know Johan was a pirate? Did you know Johan was a pirate, Aspen? If you didn't, let me know in chat. Aspen, let me know in chat. Cheers. I could say the same. But good job. It's a good job. I'm funny because you don't come here with the painting. Yeah. And here is Chris unlocking my 30-year-old memories. For fuck's sake. I mean, that's my job. That's my job. That's literally, if you go onto my Twitch page, it is literally the job description on my Twitch page. Unlocking 30-year-old memories. That's what Twitch says. If you go to my About section, it says, unlocking 30-year-old memories. Sorry. Just what it says. Excuse me? A pirate? Yeah. Yeah, he's a pirate. He's a pirate. He's a pirate, Aspen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready, Aspen? Are you ready, Aspen? I know you're ready, really, Aspen. Johan, a pirate's life for me. There you go. See, he's a pirate. He's he's a pirate. Oh dear, I tell you what, everybody, I tell you what that deserves a hydrate! That deserves a hydrate! However, recently with my car being repaired, I'm so poor I can't even pay attention to things. You should live in Stockholm and then you can just buy a boat. What's the pirate's favourite letter? Arr! Arr, I don't know, Aspen. What is a pirate's favourite letter? Arr! Or I could... Or I could get a mystery box. Could even be a boat. You might think it's R, but hey, it's the sea. Oh, fucking hell, Aspen. You're an absolute goddess. You're a mermaid, aren't you? You're a siren. Aspen, that's why she's called Aspen of the Ocean. She's actually a siren. New Aspen cannon unlocked. What is Pirate's favourite character on Star Trek? I don't know. Let's ask our resident pirate. Johan, what is your favourite character on Star Trek? Oh my god. Yeah, it's a good. It is, isn't it? It's a good job, guys, that I'm funny, because there's no chance. There's no chance that you guys come for my painting at all. Oh dear. Actually, I'm an ocean witch, but close. Fathom. Like a fathom is quite a long way. A fathom is quite a long way. An ocean witch. You don't watch Star Trek? Oh my god. Aspen Cannons. She got her own pirate ship. Get your mind out of the gutter, Christopher. Johan, a pirate's life for me. Right. An ocean witch. So, like I said, heard back from Corvus Belly about Infinity. So do I'd love to have my own pirate ship. Don't dangle carrots like that in front of me, Aspen. Because that took about 3,000th of a millisecond for it to go through my head and going, wouldn't it be cool to find like an Aspen pirate ship and then paint it? What did I do? What did I do? Absolutely nothing. You keep doing exactly what you do. You're amazing. Just my mind. It's just my head. It's just my happiness. I'm being really happy at the moment. Being really happy at the moment because we're painting a gorgeous elf. Yo ho, yo ho. Once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy O.T. My ship has its own painting station on it. I win. Any argument is overruled. Wait, what? Shit? Huh? What? You have a ship that has its own painting station on it? Wait, Johan, you're going to have to expand on that. What the shit? What the ship? What the ship? I am not surprised. Well, he's a pirate, as we've found out. We have Johan Cannon in here today, and we have found out that he is in fact a pirate. Right, I need to do her eyes. I need to do her eyes. Hopefully, with this brush, I shouldn't need to get a smaller brush as long as it keeps its tip. Although I might need to get some paint rather than an ink, because I'm trying to paint fucking eyes with ink. Christopher, what are you doing? Yo ho, yo ho. I would be, in fact, surprised if it didn't have a painting station. Sorry, I have to go quiet when I'm painting in eyeballs. Takes me a second. We're back. We're back. We are back. We do have to glaze a little bit of that eyeball back. Chris, yes, Aspen, Chris, Captain Johan, your hair keep covering the camera. Oh no. Sorry. I do have very pointy hair today. You can do !target if that ever happens, and that will shout at me. Alrighty. I guess we'll have to say we have heard of him. In fact, I would be surprised when I'm a pirate. Yeah, how is the hair quite bad? Oh dear, it is, yeah. Hang on, let me squash my hair down. Squash my hair down. I'll get some hair wax and squash it. What colour should we do her eyes? She's got a little eyeshadow. Do you like her eyeshadow? What colour should we do her eyes? Do we just do them black, or do we do them dark purple? Or do we do them dark blue? No. Red! Shit. Can we give her evil red eyes? Oh shit. I kinda wanna give her evil red eyes now. No, not red. She is not evil. So rather than dad jokes, change a word to make a band name bigger. Example, Van Halen must be Bus Halen. Band name. Make him magical pink. Tell you what, you might be fucking right. You might be fucking right there. You absolute gem of a genius goddess. Again, grab some of these little water bottles from Amazon so you can squeeze out some water onto your wet palette. Nice and clean, you don't have to use ugly tap water. And you paint then. There we go. That's a little bit good. Still white dot. See if I can get the right dot in the right place. It's not a problem if you get it in the wrong place, because you can just repaint the eye. Put that and bang on the right place. She's cute. She's absolutely gorgeous, as my Instagram reel said. If you haven't seen my Instagram reel, go and have a look at it and give it a like. Okay, don't want to highlight that one too much. Yeah, that's awesome. Nice call, Aspen. Credit where credit's due. I probably wouldn't have done magenta. Could also do Fleur yellow. Could also do Fleur yellow to be sure. No, not red. She's not evil. Make them magical pink. Damn, she pretty. Damn, she pretty. We have to do her base at some point, and we also have to do her hair. Now I want to desaturate her hair, so we need to do a green that's got some blue in it, rather than yellow. So we can probably start with that. So green's a really luminous colour anyway, so we don't have to worry too much about saturation or anything. Just need to get the colour right. Like old jungle vines, yeah, pretty much. So it needs to be a different green to this. So these are quite pale. So we want to keep it quite dark. But we also Need to make sure it's not too punchy. That might start being a bit too punchy. So we might have to kill that with some white. Oh, she's got two more. She's got 2 more blackberries there. Look. You guys were supposed to be on blackberry duty. You've missed 2 blackberries. Look. You have missed 2 blackberries. Old jungle vines. I've got to come up with a plan now, Aspen, for that email reply. Aw, thanks, Purples. Exclamation mark Aspen, remember, you can just do a shout out like that. How are you doing, Purples? Welcome back. Workday almost finished, 45 minutes to go. Oh bloody hell, I still haven't sorted that. Oh. Right, I'm going to open that up. So I can do it after stream. Commands, customs, Aspen. There it is, edit. There we go. I will sort that out, because that needs to be sorted. Oh yes, okay, that green's gorgeous. And then we can desaturate. We can desaturate that green with some blue, so that it's not going to, well, not desaturate, like take out some of the luminosity. So the luminosity you're going to get from green. So if you went to like mood green from here, that would be a really luminous green hair. And we don't want that. We want it to be not overpowering. So I'm not worried about the strands of hair on the top bit here, because all this top bit needs to be brighter, so we can then pick out the strands. So everything gets the highlight first, and then once you get down to like here, this is where you can start picking out some of the strands as it kind of fades out. And this is also where some of the purple from the shadow is going to come in as well. Could probably do a little bit of a hot spot down here, look, where it kind of curls up. And do a little hot spot there. Make that nice and rich. Match it here, look. When does the new season of Reacher start? That's next week, isn't it? Because we're on the 11th now. Well, maybe it's 12th, 13th, 14th. Is it Friday? Does it land on Friday? Holy shit, how cool is she? Does anybody know an elf? Thanks. Okay, so now so this is blue mixed. So we're not doing ice yellow because if we add yellow to this, it's going to increase the luminosity of the green, and we don't want it being bright. We just want it to be lighter for the highlights and not to take away from like all of this. So we've just added a little bit of pale blue, which will lighten it but not add any luminosity. What would it look like if I added luminosity? It would look like moot green. So that would be adding yellow, and then you'd end up with like, sorry, no, not that one. There we go, that one. So if you added yellow, you would go that kind of moot green. You don't want that. You want it to be still cold and anyway, just in case you're interested. Just in case you're interested. Do, 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 do. Bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. There once was a ship that put to sea. Its name on the ship was the Billy O.T. Who's that? Ah, Yura! Thank you very much, Yura, for the follow. Welcome. 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 Welcome to the crypt. Or something. We've got a elf from the Wildwood skirmish game on the table today. Yeah, this is nice, isn't it? See if we can just get that little hair strand there. Did I finish my Delac? No, I finished 3. Pourquoi? I did the dude with the Doc Ock arms. I did a random Ganga, and I did the leader that I gave the Dark City hat to, which I really liked. Delac are so friggin' awesome. Delac are so friggin' awesome. I was trying to remember if they were Dark City based. Yes! Hang on, give me a second. I will bring them up. I will bring them up. Minis. I think I got them on... Did I take photos of them? Oh, I took photos of the finished one. I think the other ones I just got screen grabs of. Hang on, let me just bring up the thing so I can throw them on. There we go. That's just a random picture that I've thrown up there so I can find them. Where are the Delac? I need to organise all these at some point. They're sorted the wrong way as well. Which is annoying. No, I think they're in the screen caps. Oh, there's the that's the assassin head. Oh, there he is. Hang on, there we go. So there's the Delac. That's my Delac colour scheme. Where's the? Oh, which one's finished? Is that one finished or is that one more finished? Oh, they're identical. Okay, so they're identical. That's good to know. Oh, there's Doc Ock. So this is the Doc Ock one that I did. Oops. That's Doc Ock. That's a bad out of focus screen cap. And then, hopefully, I thought I had the leader. It might just be the conversion of the leader. Oh no, there he is. There he is. There he is. There's the leader. So he's got his cane. There's his cane. There's his pistol, and then there's his Dark City hat. Fucking love Delac. Delac is so cool. Delac are so cool. Especially when you do them like that with like really creepy, freaky, fucking weird orange yellow eyes. Super cool. Delac are so friggin' awesome. Delac are so friggin' awesome. Now you need to make Mr. Boot. When I look at them, I have Internal The Cure playing. There we are. I was going to make a joke of the lack of details, but they don't lack details, so I mean, he kind of lacks details. He hasn't got any details because he is just black and non-metallic silver. I suppose he has like orangey yellow eyes, and that's about it. Yeah, I really like them. And that's the one I did non-metallic arms on him. Sort of worked out. Yeah, he's really cool. And then the leader, I haven't got a finished painted version of the leader, which is annoying. Oh, and there's my heavy metal. That's my heavy metal. My heavy metal interview audition, whatever you want to say. The model I painted for that. Yeah, there we go. So that's my Delac. Yes, I do have Delac. Oh. Yeah, okay, that hair looks really good. The hair's looking really good. Gotta highlight the Is my hair getting in the way a lot this stream? I don't want to have to move the camera. I'll tell you what I could do. I could lift the desk up a little bit.
Stay on target. We're too close. Stay on target.
Lift the desk up a fraction. And then refocus that. There we go. That's a bit better. It's very clean. Yeah, I could do that or be inclined to do it that way. Is that still... That's not eye height anymore. That's too high. Face cam's too high. I really like the face cam being eye height. it made such a difference. Because when you're not very confident about how you look, the face cam is all important. It's all important. There we go. Oh, she's so good. 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 Talk about your test model for heavy metal. What you want me to talk about my test model for heavy metal? Yeah, it was the heavy metal thing was weird because they gave me a recipe card. I followed the recipe card, and then I got to the interview, and it was almost like part of the interview was asking for more recipe card because other people had turned up and said, oh, I asked for more information about the recipe card and they sent me more recipes. So mine didn't look like some of the other people's, which I thought was a bit shit. Like, send me the fucking recipe card. I'll paint to the recipe card that you send. I shouldn't be saying, oh, right, yeah, that looks really interesting. Can you send me more recipe cards, please? That was just dumb. Sorry, I meant I could not do that cleanliness. Oh, the heavy metal. Yeah, I mean, it was. You all watched me do it on stream. Like, I painted that on stream for you all. It's quite relaxing painting heavy metal style because it's literally paint by numbers. Like, you paint this panel blue, then you give it an edge highlight, then you give it a smaller edge highlight, and then you give it another edge highlight, and you give it a little bit of a glaze down into the corner. That's it, done. There's no decisions on where the light is going to fall and how big the light volume. Like, that light volume on her thigh there is just non-existent if you're painting heavy metal. Like, I don't have to decide how big that light volume on her thigh is going to be. It's really weird. It's really it's quite refreshing, but I can see how it would be repetitive. But yes, maybe I didn't prepare well enough for that, and I didn't get it. So you are now all stuck with me on Twitch, making really funny jokes. I need a just like that, and I need a nudge. The lack of details. Oh, the lack of details, Johan. What time is it? I'm getting tired. It's 9:30. I have to finish in a second, guys. I'll tell you what I need, though. I need a hydrate. Tell you what, that's one thing. You know when Aspen streams, Aspen gets told to hydrate all the time. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I suppose before I get cross at you, I suppose I should actually check that it is a reward. Is it even a reward? Is it even a reward? Is it even a reward? Yeah, it's a reward. Is that on? Yeah, I think that's on. Her hydrate costs 100, not 500. Oh, is mine too high? Is that what it is? Oh. Well, let's sort that out then. I didn't know that. There you go. There you go. Yeah, somehow I am still a dehydrated noodle. I'm having a little party in my head right now. That was really funny. Thank you very much. I've got it. It's on stream. Thank you very much, Johan. Does it not pop up on stream? Interesting. Oh, I've got to turn them all off and just turn it on for channel points. Oh, I'll keep hype trains on. Goals, yeah, we need goals. There we go. Ah. Add. Browser. Add browser. New browser source. Paste. Done. There you go. Somebody do a thingy doodah thing. Let's put that in the middle. Someone do a hydrate, just to test. Although now I need to find a cool GIF for it. Aggressive hydration! Aggressive hydration! Thingy doodah. Did somebody do it? No, nobody's done it yet. Somebody do a hydration thing. See if it pops up. Fuck me sideways, she looks good. Yay! Look at that! I'm like a pro streamer and everything, guys. I'm like a pro streamer and everything. It's only taken me 11 years to do that. That's the goal, by the way. That's the like the par of the course is if by the time you have been streaming on Twitch for 11 years that you have a hydrate alert on your stream, then you've made it as a streamer. So I'm just like, I'm on par now. I'm on par to make it as a streamer. 11 years and I've got it. Did I even have a drink? Did I even have a drink? But no audio. There should have been audio. The audio played on mine. I'll figure out the audio. Control audio, there we go. There we go. It might be a bit loud now. Hey Cookie, how you doing? That's good though, we got the alert sorted. Now, where do we stand on large miniatures? Shut up. Shut up, Johan. Fuck's sake. I mean, to be fair, I'm painting a large mini. This is a large scale mini. Is that not good enough for you? So infinity-wise, I should definitely do some ALF, right? The AI, sassy AI hacker robot in a suit faction. The absolute dogs doodahs. Possibly don't stand on miniatures. Where do we stand on miniatures? Over there. Be quiet. In the corner. Go and stand on that Titan. Don't break it. You're going to stand lightly. Stand lightly. It's like a dunce's hat. If you're bad in stream, I send you to the corner to stand on a Titan and you're not allowed to break it. A large miniature could be anything. It could even be a pirate. I should do a model of the Mary Rose. Or the Black Pearl. I should probably just get the Black Pearl. I used to have a Black Pearl. Do you know that? I used to have a Black Pearl on this chain. I bought it in America. Sadly disintegrated because I used to go in the sauna every day. From my time in Sweden, I learned to absolutely love saunas. So when I got back and I was tennis coaching, I would finish tennis coaching and then go and do a workout in the gym and have a sauna. It pretty much disintegrated over the years, about 10 years. Like I was tennis coaching for about 10 years. It slowly disintegrated the Black Pearl until it fell off. Cracked, which is why the neck chain doesn't have anything on it anymore, so it's just a neck chain, but it's still cool. I had it custom made by somebody in Bristol because I really liked it, but to have the Black Pearl put on it, I had to send it to the lady in Bristol who was going to make the chain so that she could put it on the chain before she put the clasp on. Sorry, I'll bring the microphone closer. It was because I was talking. About Aspen being a dehydrated noodle. Either that or the music's got loud. Where is the music mix? No, music mix is still quite low. Should be alright. Ow, my earballs. You have earballs? Are they like weebles? Weebles and earballs? What's this ship? Who's that? Oh, Dobra! Thank you for the follow. What an absolute ledge. Thank you, dude. That's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. How are you doing? Happy whatever day it is. I couldn't remember at the beginning of the stream, so there's no chance of me remembering after the end of the stream. What do we think? Hair look okay? She's not bad, is she? She's not bad. I've completely forgotten, again, to change the face camera setting once it gets dark. Sorry about that, everybody. There we go. Hello, everyone. What a beautiful figurine. Yes, she is gorgeous. This is the Wild Bow Sentinel from the Leaf Song Elves from a game called Wildwood that Tabletop Titans are writing and designing and having built and sculpted and everything. So the sculptors are Creature Caster, I believe. So if you follow Wildwood on Instagram or Tabletop Titans on YouTube or whatever, then you can keep track of the game. But the models are as you can see, because she's just pew pew gorgeous. I think she's pretty epic. She is pretty damn epic. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I think the glow's looking better. I think the glow has probably gone a little bit too high up here, so we'll probably have to come in a little bit at least and remove some of this glow up here, because we don't need it to be that high. It's not that bright. And maybe a little bit down here as well. But yeah, she's really cool. What's everybody doing for the rest of the evening once I've go and make myself another cup of tea? Because I'm out of fuel as well, actually. Did somebody hydrate? I think somebody hydrated, didn't they? Let's drop in a Hooray! Cheers, Dobra. There we go, let's drop in that one. There we go. If anybody wants to hydrate yourselves, feel free to have a check. And Aspen Vesper, Lady Aspen Vesper, you haven't seen. Although now it's not going to curl up and tuck behind there. There we go. You haven't seen the whip for Korax. Or maybe you did, I don't know. Oh, you would have seen it on Instagram. That kind of came out quite well. Quite cool. Quite pleased with that. It's an edgy boy with his whip. Looks super cool. Thank you very much. Right, I am going to go make myself a cup of tea. I'm going to have another hydrate. Oh, so good. And then I think we'll do a bit more of her tomorrow, because there's still a little bit that we can do. We've got the we started the feathers on this side, look, so we've got to start doing the feathers on the other side. So we've got the feathers to do, which we can do the feathers, and then we've got the lower part of her her feet and her hooves, her ankles, and like all the little bindings. All this is sculpted down here as well, because this was, spoilers, this whole section here failed to print. So this has a pin going through the leg here into the foot, which did print for some reason. The foot did print, so everything in here is sculpted, which is why it looks a little bit messy. So hopefully I can hide all this sculpting in just like shadow. I was going to reprint it, but then I thought, it's just like sculpt on the little bit of the leg and just cover it in some vines and things and nobody will notice. And then I didn't have to wait another day to print her. Yeah, we'll probably do a bit more on her tomorrow as well. Try and get some of the feathers done, get a few of these hooves and lower legs done, maybe tidy up a little bit of the glow. But I think she looks fucking cool. I think she looks awesome. I think she's looking really, really good. I'm really pleased with that. It's really cool. So do I have to blame Purple for backing the Ghost in the Shell game? Yes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Okay, it's all Purple's fault. Thanks, Target. Yeah. I did email Alessio as well. I messaged Alessio on Facebook, and I've emailed him twice now. Now I don't know whether my email has got lost, or whether it's in the junk folder or something. I don't know, because I've not heard back from him, and that's A, not like him, and B, a little bit weird. So I have emailed them, but I haven't heard anything back. So no Ghost in the Shell painting on this stream, sadly. But yeah, we do get to paint. We do get to paint elves with really, really cool glowy purple eyes, pink eyes. You ordered the STLs to have to get someone to print for them. Oh, you ordered the Ghost in the Shells, the Ghost in the Shell STLs. Avian, have you? Have you, Avian? Can I be really, really nice, Avian? I'll print them for you. There we go. Right, I will catch you all again tomorrow. Everybody. Same time, same place. Be here or be square. And we'll go and see who is on. Go and see who's around that we can raid you into. I'm quite enjoying streaming in the evening because I get to see a whole new load of people who I don't normally raid into. Although nobody's on. Right, who's on that I don't follow? Mediocre's on. Should we go say hello to Mediocre? Jinxed. Mediocre's painting Exodites though. Oh, and Mel's on as well. Mel's on. Mel's doing Spider-Man makeup. Let's do Mediocre. I don't get to raid Mediocre. Locked out on that. Right, let's go see some Exodites. Raid. It's all one word, isn't it? Right, have a good one, everybody. Yeah, have a good one. Have an amazing rest of your evening. You are all awesome, and I will see you all tomorrow because you're all going to come back and hang out, and we're going to paint more of this, and then we will also we will now definitely talk a little bit about Infinity as well, seeing as I've got an email back from them saying yes we can. Yeah, we will pick. We'll pick which faction. It's going to be LF, isn't it? We'll pick which faction I will politely ask for. So yeah, thanks very much, everybody. Take care. See you.